Hey, good morning. This your boy Jay, the comedian. It's the weekend. Yes, weekend video. Do. Weekend video. Do. Okay. Sorry. I've had way too much coffee for it to be this early in the morning. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about a subject I talked to y'all about a while ago that I really want to revisit. Being the watchtower. The name watchtower. You know what I mean? What is a watchtower? Now, back in the day, right? The watchtower used to be this really great thing. It was used by soldiers to give them an elevated view of the horizon, to keep an eye out, to make sure that they weren't being attacked. And if they were being attacked, it'd give them advanced warning and time to prepare the armies to get ready for the onslaught of enemies that's about to arrive. And it was a noble job. It was one of the jobs where you couldn't sleep, and where if you did get caught sleeping, you could literally get put to death. So it was a really, tedious job. It was a very important job for the watchtower, But as time went on, armies started to operate differently, especially today. Like, there's no need for any more watchtowers, because instead of having or needing a watchtower to watch the horizon, we have like satellites and radar and GPS, a whole bunch of things that keep us safe from a distance, even a further distance than visual sight can allow. Now, does that mean we don't use watchtowers anymore? No, we still use them, but we use them in a different way. Like, the watchtowers back then are different from the watchtowers we have now. The watchtowers we use now are where? Prisons. That's where they use watchtowers now. And they use the watchtowers to have an elevated position to watch whether or not some prisoners are trying to escape, or whether, just make sure the prisoners are behaving like the correct way, making sure there's not no gang fights, or there's no infighting, or there's no wrong congregations. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are really used to monitor the actions of the prisoners, And I wonder which watchtower they're trying to say that they're using, the governing body. Because of those two scenarios, the watchtower that protects the army or prepares them for battle, and the watchtower that just keeps an eye on the prisoners to make sure they don't get out. I think you know what I'm leaning toward, Because when you're inside the Jehovah Witness organization, you don't feel like you're being protected, really. I'm gonna be honest with you. You feel like you're always being persecuted, and you feel like you're always being judged and watched. That is a fact. Now, most people, maybe the protection part, they'll argue with me with, oh, I feel protected as a Jehovah Witness. Jehovah is protecting me. Yeah, okay. I won't even argue that. I'll give you that one. But you definitely feel judged and watched all the time. You definitely feel that. That, my dear, I will not give you any ground on. Sorry. You're going to have to accept that. But yeah, and it reminds me of a story that happened, right? So, as many of you all know, I lived a hell of a double life. I was a double life squad member, double life squad in the comments if you was a double life squad member. And I've realized, after just talking in the comments, a lot of you would have been really, really good friends with me. Seriously. Like, a lot of the women were like, man, I used to sneak out the house and do this and that. Yo, all my friends were like that. All the women who I had a correspondence with, and all my friends were like that, Like, we used to just hang out, party. We lived our best life, because we was like, yo, we probably ain't gonna live through Armageddon, so we might as well live it up now, right? But anyway, so there was this guy that, we was hanging out with. Now, I moved to Joliet with my sister, and when I moved out there, it's the same thing. Whenever you see a new face at the Kingdom Hall, you're at a new Kingdom Hall, you're a Jehovah Witness from another Kingdom Hall, and you go to a new Kingdom Hall, right? I'm around, I don't know, 17, 18, something like that. So, new face, new Kingdom Hall. My sister and my brother-in-law was in pretty good standing at the Kingdom Hall. So this your little brother, Tim? Oh, man, this your little brother. Oh, okay. The girls loved me. The girls were like, yo, who is this new brother? I'm Adam. And the brothers was cool, too. A lot of the brothers was like, man, so you from Chicago, huh, man? I love Chicago people who watch the band. So, that's where we was at with that. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to the meetings for that reason. Like, just to, the people all up my face. And I had, like, some type of stature or whatever because I was, like, just from Chicago. I wasn't no ugly-looking dude. And it was just always fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, not the meeting. Trust me, the meetings were just as boring as ever. But after the meetings, when you get up to with people and you can go, party and hang out and stuff, everything was cool. But this is what happened. So one of the brothers, they were like, yeah, Jay, why don't we go hang out, And I'm looking at him like, I don't really hang out with people who ain't in the double life squad because, you probably corny as hell and you probably rat me out. But, of course, I didn't say that. I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to hang out with you like that, broski. I don't know. And he's like, come on, man, what do you like to do? So what happened is, me and this guy, we went to it wasn't a party. We wouldn't watch the Bulls play at somebody's house, And there was a couple other people over there. And when we was there, me and him, we got drunk, we was out there playing, we cussing and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, he might be double life squad then, He living like I like to live, so maybe he can hang out, right? So, okay, I told him about a party that was going on in Chicago. And I was like, yo, you should roll with me if you want to roll. And he said, yeah, all right, cool, I'll roll. So me and this fool, we go to this party, right? And instantly, he's behaving the way a double life squad brother of mine would behave. We up in there, we partying, we dancing, we kissing on girls, and we wild, we having a good time, right? And this one girl was like, yo, your friend is cute, let me holler at him. Now, this girl, I knew for a fact she wasn't a witness. Well, her mom was. Her mom wasn't even a witness. I think she was just, like, studying. But this girl, and I knew her, she was, like, she was a freak, all right? Let me just put it like that. I'm not even going to, like, try to clean it up. She was a straight-up freak. And this guy, he never been used to nothing like that, ever. She thought he was cute. She knew me. She knew how I get down. And she was like, yo, if you hanging out with Jay, you must be double life squad. Let's do this, So she she took my keys to my car. Right? Little Monte Carlo I had, man, whatever. Anyway, took the keys to my car and they went in my car and I don't, still to this day, I don't know what happened. I think he got his DS. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure, but I just know he came back and he was just all like, yeah. And she was just like, they was hugging up on each other like I don't know. They were just really close up on each other. They exchanged numbers. And I think that they still kind of kicked it or whatever. But the funny part is, we went to the Kingdom Hall the next day, right? And God damn it, like this meeting was a meeting in which it just coincidentally, they were talking about living a double life. And I'm thinking this fool was double life squad with me and was really down with it. Man, they sitting there talking like, if you do this stuff, Jehovah's gonna destroy you. He wants to love you. He wants you to be good. You need to confess if you've done these things that's wrong. Oh, but we don't want Jehovah to destroy you. And I'm sitting there like, boy, this is BS. I look over at him. I am not joking. I looked over at this man. He had a tear coming down his eye. This dude is 16. He had to be like 17, 18 years old. And he's in the Kingdom Hall crying from this talk because the guy on the stage said he gonna destroy people. And I'm just like, yo, this dude is gonna definitely tell on himself after this meeting. And he probably gonna tell on me since I'm the one that was driving that night and he was in my car where it happened. Now I'm gonna have to deal with this BS. I just got to Joliet. And So he looked at me, and when he looked at me, I was like, fuck this, you better say nothing. You better not say a single thing. You better shut up. And he was just like, he was still crying though. And then I was just like, I don't know what after the meeting, I ran over to him. Hey, look, shut up. Don't you tell nothing to nobody, okay? You give it time. Jehovah forgive you. I don't know, I was just reaching for anything, man. Because I ain't want to get in trouble. I'm like, yo, I know if you go tell, you're gonna snitch on me, bro. And I just didn't want to get snitched on. So I was just really like, oh my God. But yeah, man, this is the watchtower. This is what watchtower does. They monitor and they keep an eye on their prisoners. And yeah, when you inside of that coat, boy, he's about to tell the guards on me. Anyway, man, I hope y'all have a good Saturday. As you can tell, I am. And yeah, so holla at your guala. Deuces.